Hello, and welcome back to some good old game development. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. Hope everyone's having a good one. I am getting started for the day. Lots of things going on. Lots of things. A lot of cleaning, a lot of organizing. Definitely some ups and downs at the moment. Moving is definitely not something that is a thing I want to do very frequently. I can say that with utmost certainty. It's a whole damn thing. But yeah, no. Aside from that, things have been pretty solid. I have been doing all sorts of other work as well. I've been theorizing a lot of things as well at the moment. There's one thing I do need to do something about at some point. There we go. Alright. Where were we at with everything? So... we were... I mean, I know there was some suggestions on the Discord for some cards to do, around like an Exodia or something like that. I can't remember the full finer details of it on the sec. But I will say now I'm hesitant to do something like a full-fledged Exodia bullshittery that isn't outside of like maybe once or twice. Because keep in mind that the way that the game's gonna work, I would have to probably make the Exodia pieces non-library obtainable most of the time, because just giving someone a guaranteed game plan every run means every run's just gonna be the same. And that's not what I want. It actually sounds really mean to say, but genuinely is my rationale for that sort of stuff. Because that's one of the worst parts of, like Legends of Runeterra, for example, is that you'll play Jinx and you'll have the thing so it discards your entire hand when she's summoned, so it means that you immediately level her up and then you immediately deal a shitload of damage. It just becomes really unfun. You should okay, so where was Roger's idea? He was the one that put forth the idea. You should add a funny Exodia-esque card whose effect is if you would draw more than 3 cards in one turn, you can instead draw this card. Every time you activate it, the same turn, you must draw 1 more card per activation. And making it so your opponent can also take it from your deck, so it's counters drawing a bunch of cards too. Fuck no, I'd never do that second part. Keep in mind that this is primarily versus AI. If I gave you a way to steal cards from your opponent's deck by just playing the game and not playing to do that, that would feel extremely unfun. And plus, there's going to be ways to tutor stuff to your hand. Adding a system like that just doesn't fit. It also means that you're still going to draw for it, right? Like, why make it so you get a guaranteed draw on an Exodia piece when you could just make it so the player has to draw and there's fail room because of that? Like, you overdraw and you... I actually still don't know how I'm going to handle, like, once you've run out of cards in your deck, what's going to happen. Because, let's bring up Paint to talk on these sorts of things. So I'll make it easier to broach this subject. Okay, so if we're talking about... so let's go to deck out concepts. I think I've talked about it before, but there's a lot of things that can be done when you're deck out. And they come from two main categories, basically. So... actually, that's a good point. Let's do it this way, then. Alright, so deck out moves into two key categories. Nothing happens, or punish the player. Now, we move from there to how do we punish the player. There's two very distinct ways that this is done. Also, hey, you devil, how's it going? So, we'll move this over so it's easy to look at. Scroll down a bit. So, we're punishing the player for decking out. What do? They lose. Or, and this is where we get, like, difficult, because there's a few ways to handle this next part. Yeah, 1 damage is one of my preferences. See, now that's where I go to, that's why I like fatigue damage and Hearthstone. So fatigue damage and Hearthstone, handles in a system where it's fatigue damage is 1, and then it is 2, and then it is 3, and then it is 4. It is an escalating damage increase for each time it occurs. That, I think, is really, really solid. So I'm just gonna call... do that for now. I think that's how it's spelled. Anyway. But it's, like, those are the two ways you punish the player, basically. As a form of fatigue damage where something occurs to punish the player for drawing over, but it's not a just straight up you lose the game. Now, the question becomes, why is one better than the other? So, losing the game means that it is much more aggressively possible to just deck the opponent out and they lose. And it creates situations where you can actually make it so instead of a 100% deck out, Maokai is a great example of this in Legendary Terror. Legendary Terror has it so Maokai, when he levels up, he removes all but 4 non-champion cards from your deck. That gives the opponent 4 cards to work with from that point onwards. And then once they deck out, they lose. When you try and draw and you don't have any cards left, you lose the game. So like that, it makes a lot of sense because it gives you some really interesting room to kind of come back as a player. That's why if you actually ever look at it, a lot of the things, a lot of the time in Magic and in Legendary and Terror, ways to mill the player don't just say mill their entire deck, it's mill half their library, or half their deck. Mill this much, mill that, right? Whereas in Hearthstone, where fatigue damage occurs, you do see just full out destroy the opponent's deck. There is literally a card that exists that says destroy the opponent's deck. Eat water? You know what? I should. So this becomes the query of like, what philosophy do we want to have towards that? Now again, going back to it, I agree that I'm much more partial to, fatigue damage. I like fatigue damage a lot more, by design than just a straight up you lose when you try and draw and you fail draw. Because, I don't know, it seems more enjoyable for the player, especially knowing that your deck is going to start. Okay, so this is the other part to it. Deck size matters. Quote me on that. When you're looking at Magic and Commander, especially for this as well, but like all of Magic's main formats, the deck size is actually quite sizable. We're talking, I believe, 60 cards or 100 cards. When we're talking about Legends of Runeterra, there is not as much. I think there's like, is that 30 or is that 40 for those ones? I can't remember. Point is though, is it's that. And Hearthstone, it is 30 cards. Or 40 cards if you have Renathal, but that's an argument there. Anyway. With that being the argument, that makes a little bit more sense because the deck size is significantly smaller. So therefore, decking out should probably be less punishing. So that's why fatigue damage becomes quite valuable. So I think, simply put, this entire thing has been a roundabout way of saying I think fatigue damage is the correct course of action for when you would deck out. Yeah. Because it also means that you can have cards and mechanics, like, whatchamacallit. There's that one card in Hearthstone, it's fairly new. It's like Wheel of Death or something like that. Where it's basically, it destroys your deck, but it puts a timer on the opponent. So like, once, I think it's at the start of your turn, it ticks down the timer, and once it reaches the thing, they just die. So it means that you're losing your deck for a guarantee win in like, it's 4 or 5 turns. However, that's the argument there, right? Is now you have to win within that amount of, like, you need to survive for that period of time. That's a fair bit of time to have to try and survive for. Especially knowing that you're now taking fatigue damage, potentially. And it's not like a cheap spell either, so you can't as easily follow it up with things. I think there is a card that was designed specifically with that in mind. I think it's at Fanatum. Am I remembering correctly? Might be. Point is, it's a 30 mana, 15/15 lifesteal taunt. But it costs less based on like how close you are to fatigue. Basically, its mana cost is your current deck size. So if you destroy your deck, it's 0 mana. There's a reason why it's not very good in Wild. Because there's 1, a shitload of removal, and 2, a lot of ways to make your opponent draw cards or just deal damage over the top of a creature. Welcome to Wild-like formats where combos become faster and faster. I have to say, by the way, now that the new Hearthstone expansion's out and the rotations happen, the game has slowed down a lot in Standard, and it feels so much better. Like, oh god, it feels so much better at the moment in Standard. I actually am enjoying Standard quite a bit. Definitely not as much as I'm not gonna transition to fully playing just Standard, but like I was playing Imbue Druid, and I was enjoying that quite a bit. I wasn't winning very often, but I was enjoying it. The game has slowed down a lot more, and there's a lot more decisions to be made. Like actual active decisions made by the player. It feels like there's a lot more choice going on, and it's a little bit more tactical, which is good. But it doesn't feel like it's overwhelming either. That's something I have to give credit for, because like Magic, your turn can take like a minute or two because there are some cards that are just so complex, and the way that they interact is so over the top that it becomes difficult. In this case, sometimes that's still there, but for the most part, everything is fairly linear, and you can understand what's going on. Okay, so... That's definitely not how it's spelled. Yeah. No, I did spell it earlier. Cool. This damage. What would be the best wording for it? Damage escalates, each time, 1 damage. E.g. do. Sure, fuck it. There we go. So that'll be our definition for how fatigue will work. Remind me at some point to rip a lot of this stuff out here and put this into a way to have in whatchamacallit. Actually, we should do that now, should we? How do we want to have this in the Git? Because I'm not just going to link to this because this is private information attached to this, eventually. Me right now, you're fine. Oh, did you hear that apparently emotes like that have been getting banned recently on Twitch? Because like it's bullying or like derogatory, I think is the main crime for it. And I just chuckle so much. And just how stupid Twitch is with some of that shit. Yeah, no, I saw a tweet about it the other day. I think it was like derogatory or yeah, it was like derogatory and bullying. I think were the main ones I saw on the tagging for it. Which is really, really stupid. Reminds me of that one time, the one of the emotes for, I think it was the ferret rescue, Pirate Software's, Thor's, ferret rescue got flagged, and it was because it was a ferret butt. And yeah, it was really funny because it was flagged for sexual content. And I think he went onto Twitter and made a, like, joke of it's like, look, this is a bit more about you than it does about anyone else. What I think about Twitch, because we'd be here all day listening to me go off. That's fair. Twitch has got, yeah, I think we can summarize it best as Twitch has got a lot of problems. And they've had some W's. They've definitely had some W's more recently. I mean, one of the biggest W's is the fact that I can co-stream like this, easily, and it's no longer an issue for doing partner and all that sort of stuff, which is really nice. Like, technically you could do this before, but it was like if you were partnered, you couldn't. Like, if you had any form of thing, you were not allowed to do it. And that was one of the things in my head of just like, well, what would be the point if I did? Because then Twitch would be in this constant state of just being a, like, just an offset channel. Whereas now it means like, oh, well, at least I have a form of justification that it's fine no matter what happens. And I like that. Because it was the only platform that had an exclusivity system like that. And his one-day ban. Yeah. There's a lot of decisions with how bans are handled on Twitch that I don't think anyone likes. I think VTubers specifically, there is definitely a weird inconsistency And I'm not saying it's just VTubers, but I'm definitely going to say there is weird inconsistency with how long they're banned for based on the crime. We've seen that in other cases, but definitely with VTubers, it's very prevalent because it's something that is very openly talked about. And because it's a smaller community, when it happens, the conversation gets spread very, very far, very, very quickly. I think that's a very accurate way of determining it. But yeah, no platform gets it right. Like, YouTube has its own issues as well. But yeah. But I don't want to get political, but what the hell is dirt? There you go. Oh yeah, I should warn today, stream's gonna be only like 3-ish hours. I have to finish early because we've not had any information about whether or not the viewings today would be cancelled, so therefore I'm just gonna have to finish up early, so I can do some cleaning and such, and bring myself to, like, go have a shower and do a little bit of cleaning, is the short answer. Because it's at 12:30. Which normally I stream past that point. So, you know. But I think I talked about this before. No stream yesterday and short today. To be fair, the no stream yesterday is a schedule thing. I have had that scheduled for months now. And that is pure and simply because I want to have 2 days off in a week. And typically I want to have my day off before I do my programming streams, because that way I can prep for them normally. But I haven't been doing that recently because I've been doing so much other crap. So I'll have you know, there is evidence as to why that was occurring. And you've gotten fucking notice. How dare you? But yeah, like, next week is gonna be a bit weird, right? I just forgot the day was yesterday. Yeah, no, you're fine. Next week's gonna be a bit weird. I'm probably gonna move some stuff around, and we're probably not gonna be doing any programming. Next week, it's probably just gonna be basically, I'm trying to think, because I don't get to do the weekend. And the Friday is going to be the last stream, just for until I've moved and I'm like fully situated. So what that's gonna do, I don't know. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna just stream. I could just stream 5 days and just stream on the Wednesday a bit. No, I'm gonna have to take... I might take the Thursday off. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I will stream. And then Thursday off, then final stream, and then I'll hopefully be back, like, I don't know, Thursday the next week is my hope. I think that's where it's probably gonna go. I'll make a bit better of a set schedule. I mean, I'm gonna make an actual schedule for it all once the weekend rolls around and I'm doing that shit. But I can't promise when I'll be back for streaming and all that. I'm hoping it won't be much longer than a week at most. Like, I'd like to get back to streaming before a week goes out, because, like, not streaming for a week is really, really damning to my channel and its progression. So that's something I would like to avoid. Initial plan made, just need to put it down on paper. Yeah. It'll be a lot of, like, tweaking around and seeing how it goes. Because, yeah, like, the Friday stream, I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything for it other than maybe chilling. It will disband within days. Yeah, it's about right. But, like, that's why I want to do a shitload of editing soon, so I have, like, shorts and stuff like that to guarantee be running while I'm gone. Just so you're getting at least something. And I have more than enough shorts to cover that time. This is one of those times where I kind of wish I did full-fledged videos. There is actually a soft consideration that I've had where I would record. Because this is what I did before, is I recorded some videos when I couldn't stream one time, and I would post them when I would stream instead. However, the amount of time that would be required for that, I do not have in a day. Like, I don't have that in the day, and can use that while also doing all the packing and shit, right? And I don't think it's quite as interesting listening to me rattle off on my by myself without like any form of engagement like that. No chat engagement. Because it becomes the question of what would I even do for a video? Would I do something game dev related? Would I do something just gaming? Would I play a game that I really like and want to play for chill sense? I don't really have a great answer for that, simply put. Because that's been a consideration in the past as well. Fun fact, I considered having an additional day off a week, but I would have that day for just recordings. And then it would mean that the 3 days off I get a week, I would be putting a video out those days instead, to compensate and try and get a buffer going. So I had to be like 2 weeks in advance or something like that. So if something went wrong, I could just put a video out instead of a stream. But I rescinded that idea because, especially since the streams have gotten longer, it would just be really, really horrendous to try and keep up to those times and standards. Where was I? Let's see. Do I actually have talking about first strike and double strike in here? Because I'm gonna probably do that. Yeah, okay. There we go. I had some topics I wanted to talk about as well. There we go. So, what I just added here, yeah. First strike and double strike. So this is basically the mechanics that exist in a lot of these sorts of games. First strike is when doing combat damage, this would apply its damage before non-first strike / double strike attacks. So what this means is if I declare an attacker here, and this declares an attacker, normally what will happen is that they strike each other at the exact same time. If this has first strike, so we'll say it has first strike, this will instead deal its damage first. And then, if this thing survives, it will deal its damage at the normal timing. So it's kind of like dealing its damage first, like before, in a step beforehand. Double strike, however, it takes that to the next level. It means that you'll do your damage first, and then you'll also attack at that normal time. This is how it's in Legend of Runeterra and in Magic. So this creates a situation where basically you can potentially kill, specifically with first strike, you can potentially kill the opposing creature before that creature would take damage. The difference is that in Legends of Runeterra, only the attacking character can activate first strike or double strike, whereas in Magic, it can affect on attack, on both attack and block. When this has a 50 chance of doing a first strike or stunning itself before attacking. I mean, I don't know if you saw, so I created a legend quickly, which is the reason why I need to write in first strike, which is Gobbo, the goblin. So it's Gobbo, he's a goblin. He's fire. He has a mana cost of 0, he has a 0/1, and he has trample and first strike. Now, if you were actually like kind of paying attention to what I just said, trample and first strike are insane together. Trample and double strike are even scarier. Because what happens when I would double strike but I killed it in that first strike? Well, I just waste my second strike. And first strike means I kill something potentially before it even hits back. But there's a problem with all of this argument, right? And you can probably go back to the stats very quickly to figure that out. It's a 0/1. It has no attack. This is the point of Gobbo. Gobbo is to be a catalyst point, and if you're wondering, there is a card like this in Magic. Buff Gobbo to high health. Yeah, it's basically the idea. If I wanted to make him really, really good, I would just make him a Fire Holy. However, I think this is funnier, because this makes it a situation where, like, Fire likes to deal damage, and it creates a catalyst point where, like, potentially you've got a creature that now you can just sack easily and do shit with. It being 0 mana as well means that you can just freely replay it from the legend slot, so at worst comes to worst, this becomes a blocker. Which is pretty good. And I kind of like that. I like that meminess to it. It's gonna be this cute little guy that's like, I'm going to become the greatest and strongest of them all. That sort of thing, right? And I just love the charm of that sort of card. It's also a nice... Okay, this sounds mean. You wanna know why I really wanted to also do this now? Because the last several cards we've done are all Elder, 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 and Elder. We've got an Elder Dragon, an Elder Mage God, which that's just, yeah. An Elder Demon, an Elder Treant, and an Elder Insect God. Like, the problem that I'm trying to avoid with this game is making all of the legends like god entities. We don't want that. The charm of this game always was in the original design that is hailing from a lot of these things, which is, these are idols here. These are literally an idol. This is a farmer. This is a baker and a chef. These are bards, right? Like, this was never intended to be a game that took itself seriously with what legends there were. So having Gobbo the Goblin sounds amazing. I'm going to be the greatest and strongest. Gets played as a defense and dies. But that's the thing, you could play it as a defensive tool, you could play it as like, I'm going to hype the shit out of this thing. Like, that's why I'm like, I want to have the vast majority of these to be smaller, cheaper things that, like, are more realistically what are going on in this universe and in this world. It's tales of smaller things. But I still want to have these, like, oh yeah, no, this is a big deal character, right? Like, yeah, we have the Demon Queen, but you also have, like, fucking Kyle. I don't know. Like, we've got a Warmongerer, which I'm probably gonna just change their naming, because I don't know if I like Warmongerer for them as much now. Is because they're just a human general. I'm still... Okay, I'm gonna pose a question to you, Devil. Because you're someone that I feel like I can trust with these sorts of design questions. To at least give me an interesting response to it. Do you think these legends should have a name or a title? So at the moment, they're all titles. Right? We've got the Brilliant Star. Some of these need to be changed because some of them are old terms. But like the All Dragon, the Lich Queen, the Maid Cafe owner, the Demon Queen. Would you prefer for them to maintain that as the way that they are titled as these cards? Or do you think that more of them should have Gobbo? As like they're kind of like having an actual name there. Because obviously if you said add a name to them, that makes sense, right? As like the Consumer of Moons could be a subtitling. Title is good. I like the idea of title because of the concept of them being legends, right? That was my thought. Because it's really easy to name them. But like, one of the other points I want to make with naming is that you get into a problem of what the names kind of mean with them. Makes them feel more mystical. I like that as well. Yeah, that's kind of my thought. But yeah, like in a logistic sense, naming them gets pretty complex because you give them a name, there's potentially connotations with that name, there's potentially like cultural problems with certain names or language barriers, stuff like that, right? Like a name in one language could be fine, but in another language it could mean like some derogatory term. Whereas like a title is a title. It's a little bit easier to manage from there. But I think Gobbo should stay as just Gobbo. It's the Legend of Gobbo. Instead of like the Legend of the Consumer of Moons. The Legend of the Demon Queen. Legend of the Forest Guardian. Legend of Gobbo. I love that. Just love the idea. The Legend of Gobbo. But yeah, like some of these I'll change up because like horticulture obviously isn't a good tile. And animal husbandry, because that was just their jobs before. Because it used to be, you would pick a character and then you could pick a subclassing of that character, and it would be like the farmer, and the farmer had horticulture and animal husbandry as their two options. So obviously that needs to change. Trying to translate animal husbandry into my language. Well, I mean, there's probably a term that's something like that. Right? Because it's the idea of, looking after, animals. Right. It's the practice of farming with animals. That's what it's supposed to be. I know that it could potentially be misconstrued. Animal breeder? Yeah, that probably wouldn't be an accurate thing for it to being translated of. Because I'm assuming that's probably what it'd be for you, yeah. Because it's basically, think of it as the equivalency of what horticulture is, right? So horticulture is with plants. It's that sort of thing. But yeah, animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is the subsetting form of farming with animals. And Animal husbandry encompasses the scientific management and care of animals raised for products like meat, fiber, milk, and eggs, including breeding, rearing, and day-to-day care. There you go. Would you see exactly possible problems with naming? So, one of the things that I've come across kind of before is that, yeah, certain names do not translate well. Like, I'm trying to think. There is certain... If you name something that's, like, off English, especially, like, slightly English but slightly different, if I'm not just calling them Bob and Gary and Greg and Michael and Todd, there is potential connotations, really, that can occur when that goes into a different language. Even if the name itself isn't actually translated, the name itself in that language could be considered, it could translate to something that's like derogatory or like close to being a derogatory term, stuff like that. There is plenty of instances where this has occurred. In fact, a great example of this is recently with the massive change in Magic the Gathering to changing the name of one of their planes that they had during Aetherdrift. Aetherdrift, they changed one of the names of the planes that had been a pre-established plane for quite some time. The problem was that when it got translated in one language, it translated to quite a... it could be construed as a poor term. I believe it would have been equivalent to a swear word, basically, from what I recall. I might be wrong. It might have been even worse than that. And if it was, then yeah. But like, that's that thing. That's the danger of using a name. A name is dangerous. A term is less dangerous than a name. Are you planning to translate the game and make it with extra languages? That would be a hope. I would definitely say that it is not 100% the first thing I'm going to do, but I will keep the option more than available. If that kind of answers that statement. Because if I was to go, again, kind of pointing this out, this game is intended to be monetized. I would want to aim to make it so this game is as accessible as possible. So what I would do is I would basically make a translation system over the top, so everything is loaded up as English, but then it will take the text at the location from a different language if the language setting is set, and then it'll overlay that. So there will be a lot of complications with that being the case. I will have to probably, long term, if I was to do that, hire people to translate into some of those languages. But that's me getting very, very long term and not wanting to get too far down that track. But it is definitely something that I would love to do long term if I was given the opportunity. I think holding on to titles and eventually maybe changing the names during translation, or after it and any issues get found would be enough. Yeah, like, one of the things I will say, I'm not against giving these characters names, but I think on the cards they're probably not going to have them. I might like have names for them in the quotations lore of the game, because again, keep in mind this is supposed to be a world, a singular world. I'm not taking the like approach of multiversal bullshit that the planes introduce in Magic. I think that's a little much. I think, again, think of Runeterra and League as probably a better example of the aim that I would be going for, with how the world would be, like, laid out, kind of. Keep in mind, though, however, the biggest difference is that, like, there is those three ruling powers of the Leviathans, the Titans, and the Dragons, and they're ruling over this individual kind of areas. The Titans ruling over the land, the Dragons ruling over the sky, and the Leviathans ruling over the waters, and all of them having domain over certain things. Dragons primarily are magic orientated, and like all of these sorts of effects related around that. Titans are basically undying, unyielding, so very tanky, very bulky, big things. And the Leviathans are a lot more about utility, because, I mean, that makes sense, right? It's the ocean, it's offering of a whole sort of different things. There's the ability to conceal, there's the ability to disrupt and destroy quite easily, things like that. So, though both the Titans and the Leviathans are more physical in nature, it doesn't mean that they don't have magic. That is the other thing that needs to be considered. It's not to try and say they're not magical, it's just dragons are more sorcery magic, I guess, instead of natural magics, by comparison. Like, a Titan can probably raise a forest with a form of magic, but it's not going to cast a spell in the same caliber as, like, creating a magical circle and then doing this. That's kind of the baseline of that, right? Like, make a space for people to report issues of translations or names so you can be aware and informed by players. Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's... I'm gonna probably make a report system very easily, and I would have a system for specifically translation errors. But that's why I say, like, I would likely need to have people to translate them initially and help maintain those translations as much as possible. And then those tickets would also go to them so they could work within that. That's why, like, English specifically, I will handle probably all of the core text. Unless I hire someone for that, which is unlikely. I'm gonna be honest, right? The more this game is gonna progress, It's more likely going to be like I get 1 or 2 people to work on the base game myself with me. If it works out. I mean, I'm gonna drag Roger into helping me as often as I can, because Roger's offered, and Roger is a fucking amazing individual with what they're capable of knowing. Specifically in Godot, so there's no way I don't want to keep dragging him into it. Especially knowing there is a very real thing of, like, yeah, that I need to learn how to maintain this game as much as I can. But this is where I go back to artists I'm going to hire. I'm not doing the art for this game. Just straight up, it's not happening if I'm going to do it. And then translation is going to be a further thing. This is why I say I would like to do a Kickstarter for it. Because if I do a Kickstarter for this game, I can then basically go, this is the minimum I need to get all of the art and core stuff done for the game to release it. Then here's a next stretch goal. This stretch goal means I can probably hire translators. That would probably be one of the things. Now, that doesn't mean I would never get translators if the game doesn't do well. Very much the opposite. If the game does well but doesn't get to that point off the Kickstarter, then I would be able to hire the translators from the game's income alone. That's the idea. Keeping in mind, going to put another grand sweeping moment here. This is under a big lot of assumptions that this game is successful. I can't say that will be the case. Because the amount of money I'm going to need for advertising and all that sort of stuff is just not something I have. And advertising does matter. It's not the most essential thing all the time. Making a good, enjoyable game is. But advertising is also quite valuable. So, like, reaching out to streamers or content creators to play the game and look at it. That's a huge deal. Getting people to talk about a game, basically, is how you actually get advertisement done nowadays. If I was to be really successful with this game, I would go to talk to about like 2 or 3 real good, no, let me correct. I'd probably look at 1 or 2 big caliber content creators that have had experience with card games to play this on stream. I would pay for that, and then I would look for like 20 or 30 smaller ones that I would have to pay significantly less to get a good contract with them and have them also play it. And that means that it creates a much better atmosphere and it spreads to a wider scope. That would be how I would argue that's how you should advertise for a game nowadays, is finding those sorts of audience. Like, to give an idea, if taking money aside, if I had the opportunity, I would get like RT Game and Brian Kibler. I would hire them to play this game, or I would sponsor them to play this game, and then I would get like a bunch of like a couple of VTubers maybe that have been known for card games and stuff like that, and I would kind of like reach out to them and go, hey, would you want to play this? Like, there's some that I would argue aren't that big, but also I know that are kind of bigger than the average. Like, Roffle is a card game streamer that I would possibly reach out to. Get Meowth, stuff like that, right? Like Lieutenant Eddie, maybe, but yeah. Like, it's those sorts of the people that I would say, like, could I reach out to you? Could I form a contract that's maybe in, like, this kind of ballpark for you to play the game for a stream or something like that? Once it's at a certain caliber. That would be, like, the big stuff for that. What are those faces? So, yeah. I mean, like, obviously there's always the argument of, it's like, oh, what about, like, Pirate Software Thor? It's like, there is almost no way in hell I would probably be able to afford to get him, nor would I be able to, like, handle that situation, well, because how would I be able to talk to Pirate Software going like, hey, would you be able to advertise my game, and all that? Like, it would fuck with my head so much to even reach out to someone like him. Now, you might make that argument, what about Brian Kibler and RT Game? They're also really high caliber for me. But, like, also, those two are at least known for card games. Brian Kibler is one of those people that I would love to reach out to him once the game is starting to be developed, irregardless, and go, hey, could I, like, pick your brain about, like, the design of this game and see what your thoughts are on it? Because he is someone that is actually actively getting asked by card game developers what to be done. In fact, if I recall correctly, he was even brought in on, like, helping set up foundations. Like, he was asked on power levels and kind of his thoughts and feelings. So, yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest, he's someone that if I was given the opportunity to, like, query him on, how the game is and stuff like that, I would love to ask him. But that would be after I've at least got a foundation done of the game. Like, that's someone that I would probably, what I would do is before I go to Kickstarter, but like in between the point of the game being in a playable state and going to Kickstarter, I would probably try and reach out to someone like Brian Kibler and go, hey, look, I can't pay you any money right now or anything like that. I just wanted to say if there was an opportunity for me to ask you your opinion of this game and its design and any thoughts and feelings you have towards it, and any advice that you might give me. Now, obviously, I'd love to ask someone like Ben Brode as well, but like that's not gonna happen because Ben Brode is an active developer for a card game. There is no way he would have the time of day to even listen to something like this as a pitch. So I would not want to do anything like that. But that's, you can kind of see where I'm going with a lot of this sort of stuff. But there's also, like, the other aspect as well of reaching out to smaller creators, like creators in the range of, like, only 1,000 subscribers or a bit above, is that you also create, like... How do I say this without maybe sounding, like, too business assholey? When you reach out to smaller creators like this, you create a rapport that is so extremely important to that individual, because potentially your game is what accelerates them, right? This has happened before, and it will keep happening, is that, like, that one game was what kicked them off. And if that is the case, they'll always remember your game fondly. They'll always be, kind of a little bit more willing to advertise your game as well in the future, potentially. It also means that if you do an expansion and you don't go to them, they're also more likely, they're going to play it anyway, and you'd get free advertising. There's a lot of elements to how that all works, that makes it sound a little bit more scummy. Can you play my game? Ooh. Dude, can I just say there is something... I'm gonna find the image quickly. There was something that made me, like, almost actively have a moment of visual hatred. So I was looking at the new set for TFT. And there is the weapons that are in it, specifically for Anima Squad. And I was looking at the descriptions, and obviously they're all coming soon, except there's a problem. There's one of these that is slightly different. What is the difference? I'm gonna zoom it in a little bit. I fucking hate it. So you've got coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Keep in mind, so the names, it's just like the Firebolt coming soon, Frost Nova coming soon, Gatling Gun coming soon, Guiding Hex coming soon, Radiance coming soon, Supply Drop coming soon, the Uwu Blaster coming soon, Uwu. I'm going to find whoever fucking did this, and I'm going to boil you in hot acid. I swear to God. I hate it here. It didn't help that in the fucking video stream that Mort did where he played Anima Squad, he also did an Uwu thing when like that came up and someone asked him about it. I just hate it. I hate it here. I hate it. Oh, Uwu. It's so fucking cringe. So fucking cringy. God, I hate it. I was born in cringe, molded by it. You didn't even know a wound. I hate it. God damn it. Dude, you know what's really bad at the moment? It's like my beard is needing a lot of cleanup right now. I need to give it a good trim and shit. But I just kind of can't justify the time for that. It's been really annoying. And I doubt I'm gonna actually find the time to do it before I move. So I'm gonna like move and be in this like fucking messy state. I'm not happy about that. At least it's one of the first things I can do when once I've moved is I can just like clean myself up. What did I want to talk about? There was something I wanted to, there was a couple of things I set aside to talk about and I'm fucking blanking. Oh shit, it's Michi's birthday. I just saw that. Happy birthday, Michi. Go her. Oh shit, Ian McLaren's gonna return as Magneto in one of the upcoming Marvel movies. Okay, cool, cool. I had some subject to talk about, hit empty. Yeah, it's really annoying because like I know I had stuff and I set them aside and it's really pissing me off. Uh... Oh yeah, fucking okay, this is funny. The other day, so this is me just going through like some of my stuff. Fucking stream elements made me like so fucking mad. We're doing some research on elderly streamers and content creators. If you're over 23 and stream on any platform, please reply below. And I'm just like, I'm fucking sorry? Elderly streamers, by the way. Elderly streamers. Don't worry. Elderly streamers. Over 23. I'm actually so miffed at it. Don't get me wrong. I'm already gonna be well above whatever they're gonna fucking say, and I knew that. But like 23? God damn it. Oh yeah, also. Just in case you thought I lie about how I just randomly chat with Aura sometimes about dumb shit. It's just, yeah, I saved you the red one. But the red ones are too tired for me. Got any others? You can have the forest green one. Woo! Favorite! Yeah. In case you wondered if I just like randomly did shit. Oh yeah, also y'all remember this fucking movie? real thing, I barely remember this movie, but I know I've watched this, and I remember like one or two scenes from this, especially like one of the ones where they look under, like the floor opens up and they look through it and it's the space shit and all that. Anyway, point is, you wanna know the funniest part to this? Is I've actually never watched a Jumanji movie, but I've watched this. So, like, that's why I found this even funnier. It's like, yeah, I like Jumanji and have that. It's like, I've actually never watched Jumanji. Oh yeah, did I mention that I had finished reading up to date on that, like, villainess story? That was a good story. I'm sad that I'm up to date on it, so I can't read more. Because I'm probably never going to go back to it. It's just how I am. But I did start reading, and I think I posted a meme about it. I think it's like, I love you, so would you die, or something like that. It's fairly well known because of this one fairly gruesome panel. Here, I love you this much, and it's just him slamming your head into a moving train. That manga is weird. I'm getting bored of it, honestly, and I'm nearly done with it. I'm kind of like at the stage of I want to give up reading it, but I'm nearly done, so should I just fucking grit through it? I love that panel. That panel is honestly what sold me to read it. Because I looked it up after seeing that panel, and then I was like, oh, it is actually completed, and it's not that long. The problem is, the series itself feels like so wishy-washy, ironically, for like an edgelord series. It feels like nothing's happening like so much of the time, and it feels like nothing matters so much of the time as well. Like, one of the biggest things I think was the mistake of that series was it's gone so slow at so many moments. They should have had more moments, I feel, where they actually dug into what like the conversion of that individual would have been, like each the individuals. Instead, they've just made it a widespread plague. So they only show like one or two individuals and like what they may have been like and what that all means, because I feel like that would have been more interesting, digging into that stuff, because that was the stuff that was cool early on, was the fact that like they discussed it, and it's like each character. So to explain the series in case someone doesn't know what this is, basically what happens is that there is this form of disease that's happening, and what this disease does is it translates your feelings of love into bloodlust. So you feel like you must kill the person you love. Like the desperate desire to do so. What also happens is you gain superhuman strength and you gain powers. Those powers are relevant to the fact that like you gain a power based on what your love interest has kind of complimented you on, right? So the main character's had his eyesight complimented on, or his like his ability to see things. So therefore his power is to basically observe beyond what is humanly capable of normally. He can see things and process said things at such an accelerated speed that he can basically, under most situations, predict what you're about to do based on like the movement of your muscles and the contortions. So he can deflect and dodge very easily. He can also see things that might not have been very obvious, if even basically visible to the naked eye, stuff like that. There is all sorts of these sorts of things, and it's really, really fascinating. And I found that really cool, and it just felt like the rest of the series didn't utilize that as much. So I saw so much cool series that just avoided digging into the concepts or parts that made them actually interesting and just go through a watching part. Yeah, that's very common in anime and manga, I feel, in Japan. And I mean this with the like most respect I can to a lot of those creators, is that like a lot of the time they'll have the really cool hook, but they don't use that hook more than just being a hook. And that's what will always disappoint me and that sort of stuff. Because like if you put forward a really cool concept, I want to see this cool concept like fleshed out. This series is very interpersonal into people sort of things, where it's like talking about like these discussions between people, how you would deal with these sorts of things and what these matter, but also it just doesn't follow through with a lot of that sometimes. I'm gonna be honest, I think more characters should, more of the main characters should die. They should have had a bigger main cast and some of them should have died. I think that would have added a little bit more to it as well. Oh. OBS died for a second there, apologies. I don't know where it cut off at quite. Point is, so I was basically saying, it's like maybe adding a character would have been nice, adding a few characters and having them die, or just having more characters so you can kill some off, would make a bit more sense. It doesn't, I don't know. There's not really anything truly wrong with the series. I'm trying to think of like good examples of this sort of problem in the past as well. There's so many is the problem, and a lot of them kind of just fall to the wayside in my eyes. But yeah, that's like a comedy series and all that sort of stuff. They commit to the gags, and they do normally. But like, yeah, the human nature of all of this, it just never feels like enough of it matters, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And that's what I think, like, makes me the most sad reading that series, is that, like, it feels like there could have been more done with a lot of things. However, keep in mind that the series is, like, oh god, it's nearly a decade old. I think it's actually a decade old. So, like, we're looking at something that's a decade old. A lot of things have changed since then. Admittedly, I wouldn't say that enough manga and anime have developed beyond that point. But, yeah. Oh, fuck. You know one thing I want to show? I don't know if any of y'all follow gacha games as much as I do, for example. There was a character announced. There's a new character that's coming out in Withering Waves. And I want to show them. If I can. Because, like, it has led to some fucking hilariousness. Alright. So just watch this real quick. Because this is, there's a specific moment in this that I want to see what y'all's reaction is to it. I don't care if this is going to nuke the VOD, potentially. I can mute out a lot of things. So, if you don't know what Withering Waves is, I will give one brief explanation. There is a symbol on a person's body that is their resonance, and that resonance is kind of like to do with their powers and stuff like that. It's very Genshin Impact-y, sort of. I think it's the best way to describe it is if Genshin Impact took Nier Automata's combat style. And introduce that into a lot of its characters. It's why I actually think the game's really, really cool. I just knew I was never going to play it long term. But yeah.
Pale, sullen, mute. In desperate need of refinement. As a Phasalia, you must learn the proper etiquette. At the table, silence is a virtue. As is grace, whatever is served, you must swallow without flinching. Now, don't tremble. Take your hand, steady the knife and fork, cut it. Still lacking composure and grace. I'm afraid we'll have to address that. Even if the poison fills your mouth, even if the taste is as bitter as death, even if you must offer your blood and tears to the hidden abyss of the sea. There's nowhere to escape. gracefully seize control. Sample it well. All that awaits you.
I've got this. Follow my lead.
Please enjoy a small gesture from the Thessalias.
Huh. Does the head of the Thessalias take us for fools?
To offer even 1/10 is a great concession for the Thessalias. Do remind yourselves, new nobles, of the decorum which should protect you.
It's about time you learn your lesson. The old ways are long behind you now.
What? When did you... At the table, grace presents you. Whatever is served, you must swallow it with poise. As nobility, this is the most basic of courtesies. You dare seek the depths of the abyss, to fathom the heart of the sea. You are but foam on the waves, destined to utterly dissolve.
Wait. Here's the moment.
Delicious. I wonder, just how sweet will you be?
So, okay, to reiterate why that's just so fucking unnecessarily funny, though. So you know I was talking about that symbol? That's on her tongue. So that symbol does matter. But that's why, like, that's so fucking funny, because everyone's making the joke, no, it's absolutely necessary for us to see the mark in the most obscene way. Now, I'm gonna just say this, Withering Waves has done a really phenomenal job of a lot of their stuff. They're constantly improving upon it as well, which is, this kind of level of mixing 3D and 2D animation. I always give them a lot of credit for that. Gonna need to show that again. I need to take a better look. Need me to show it again, do you? Alright. Here we go.
Delicious. I wonder,
Yep.
just how sweet will you be?
Yep. That's a thing. That's the thing. All right, I'm not looking at that more. No. We've shown the bit. That was so fucking stupid. I love it, but I hate it at the same time. But yeah, no, overall, like, if you think about that trailer, it's very beautiful. Very, very pretty. I like a lot of the elements to it, and I like the way that they've done the character. Hey, hey Matthew, how's it going? I hope you didn't see what we were just watching. God, that was, oh my god. Yeah, that was one good shit that I just watched. Shit. We were watching a trailer for a character in a gacha game, and I was just showcasing something that's broken Twitter a little bit. It was very artistic. I like the style a lot. Yeah. I mean, like, again, if I was to actually genuinely analyze that trailer, it's really, really pretty. I really like the styles that they did for a lot of the stuff. I think it's really cool. I do think that that moment at the end there is very egregious, and, while I get the point of it, it definitely has a moment of going, this is overstepping a boundary, I feel. But, at that same time, we go to say that, I don't know if y'all remember... it's another trailer I've actually shown on the channel as well. Is it Jane? No, it's like Jane Doe? Which ZZZ. Is this the right one? I think this is the right one, yeah. So if you haven't watched this, I'm gonna warn you now. This is like an example of ZZZ's like amazing shit.
So you're the one who lost Boss's goods. Boss sent me to repay you. Oh, have something to say? Be careful now. I don't want to hear anything that might damage.
The goods were stolen. I always change my routes, but that guy knew right where I'd be.
So you're saying that he must have known your route in advance?
I don't know. Maybe it was a ghost?
A ghost? Is that so? Why don't you tell me more?
It was too fast. Red. Yes, it was red. And it leapt from the shadows. Once it sets its sights on you, there's no escape.
Really? Boss hates liars. Keep this up and he'll have me dispose of you.
No. I'm telling the truth. There's still one last shipment tomorrow. Then you'll know I wasn't the one who took the goods.
So, there's a shipment tomorrow.
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Hi.
Think our boss got played by you like that, you dirty rat!
We've met before. And you don't recognize me? How insulting. With such terrible eyesight. How about... Just kidding. You still have lots of confessing to do.
So that's a police officer, by the way. Well, not quite a police officer, but you know. That was the trailer for that character, and that also broke the internet, along with the other trailer that she had, the under arrest one, where she gets changed in the trailer. in the back of a car. Like, I give a lot of credit where credit is due. Like, that was really good. That's very visually appealing. Absolutely beautiful in a lot of ways. But yeah. There's no other place. There's one specific moment. I want to see if I can find it quickly. Here. This is what I will always love about the storytelling of the visuals.
There's no escape!
That is like the whole there's no escape, and just the lick of the head with all of the visuals and stimulus that you've been given so far with it all is just so beautiful of a visual. Like the lick of the head and it exploding, basically. Like, it's hard to deny, yes, they know, the devs know what the players want. But, like, also by that same argument, going back to Withering Waves for a moment, because I love a lot of these trailers. These trailers are all so nice. This is a trailer that was just... I love this as well. If you ever wanted to, like, see just the right kind of energy towards this shit, man.
La, 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 la. Like this? What about this? Still looks off. I'm all out of ideas.
You little runt. Dare to cross us? You know what? I'm gonna...
What if this is just the spark I've been dying for? Not bad. You've got some skill. Let's see if you deserve a spot in the Black Shores. What a buzzkill. Next. So much power. Missing a few brain cells, though. Oh, a tactical fighter. Too bad your strategy isn't always. Are you even trying? Too easy to see through. Ugh, even your resolve is weak. Oh, this just got interesting. Are you a proxy? Your skills seem passable. Also not the dumbest I've seen. Let's see how far you're willing to go! A seed with so much potential. Yet, still not good enough. Can't help wanting more. Come on. Dance like there's nothing left. Entertain me.
Don't worry, chat. We can fix her, I swear. Oh, this is so much better.
You shouldn't have shown fear. Boring. Not a single one of you is worthy.
Yeah.
This melody.
Don't
Is
have
that
duct tape to
you?
fix it.
The one always in my dreams. My seed of fate.
Oh yeah, no, there's no fixing that. Flex tape ain't even gonna get us through that one, bud. Oh god. Dude, I love like looking through a lot of these trailers because you get to see some of the coolest shit with the design archetypes and stuff. How much crazy do you want this Camilla? Yes. Like, that's the point. Is like that is just a really, really interesting, crazy character. But not enough for her. Exactly. There's no fixing that kind of character, and that's fine. It's fine. I want her to break me. I mean, what? To be fair, if we're talking about characters getting broken, do you want to see, still to this day, one of my favorite psychotic character reveals for a gacha? Not reaction. I just want the actual trailer. This is still to my this day, monodrama is my favorite. Because this has never encapsulated a form of stuff that I actually just resonate with, and I'm not sure that's a good thing. And it's so much short. It's so short too. But the music's so good.
There's only one bullet left. Wanna play a game? What's your wager? The life of a faker. Looks like someone's in my way. So what? Let me tell you what foolishness is. Pretending to be smart like you do. Then, what is a fool? Knowing when to act clueless. Like I do. Do you get it now? What is elation? Me. I am elation. Were you scared just now?
Doesn't seem insane. Take it back. She's insane. Yep. Welcome to Sparkle. I absolutely adore her character's design a lot because she's actually just evil. Well, okay, let me softly correct said statement. She is she's a terrorist, basically. That's no way to kind of summarize it other than that. But she's a terrorist part of a kind of group and organization that do it only for the fun. It's the elation. And the masked fools. I love the way that was done because of just the way, I mean, her constantly playing Russian roulette with her fucking self. How can you not, like, kind of have a charm for that sort of character? But yeah, the visual stimuli, everything about that was just really, really nice, and I liked it a lot. It's very fun. Super enjoyable, and it just goes to show that, like, again, a lot of these gacha games are understanding what do you need to do to sell these characters, is you need to make these sort of trailers visually interesting, you need to make them very flashy and all that stuff, but you actually need to make the character interesting as well, right? Like, Sparkle's interesting because, like, there's so much going on, and there's potential that she is, like, a lot stronger than we may seem, because what we know she can do in the game, irregardless of what her powers are and, like, actual mechanics, is she can look like anyone else. And she can basically, by all intents and purposes, pretend to be that person pretty easily. She's also very capable of messing with people and manipulating people and doing all these things. If you wanted a proving point, she literally planted bombs everywhere and then gave people a button that means that when one person presses it, everyone that has that button blows up and dies, including herself. So she's absolutely multifaceted and multi-insane. That's the point of her. And her name is Sparkle, or in the original it's Hanabi, because it's fireworks, right? It's the sparkle, the firework, yada yada yada. The celebration. So she is a very integral point of the plot of one of the major arcs of the game that we've had, and she's really fascinating through it. A lot of people did not like her because one of her first interactions with some of our characters was with one that people were kind of loving, because he was pretty, and her basically, like, being extremely racist to him. Like, calling him out as being a slave and all that sort of stuff, and, like, calling out racial things. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I get where she's coming from, and she's doing it to raise, like, get a reaction. Get a rise out of him, right? Like, as the point. Because that's the fun. Now, again, it's that whole thing of I'm not going to say that that's okay, but it also makes sense for her character. This is why I say, like, she is a terrorist. She is not supposed to be a good person. Don't get me wrong, everyone liked her in the end because she basically was shipping one of the main ships with the main character at the time. And she did a thing to basically push that relationship forward, which is very funny. But, yeah, no, she's a cool character. I still don't own her either, which is kind of the pain. But if you want, okay, can we have a moment talking about probably the moment we understood that these companies knew Guna bait was the important thing? Was Bernice. Or Bernice. Bernice is probably the moment where gacha game trailers no longer were the same. She's an insane terrorist troll. Yes, that is probably the best way to describe it. But yeah, so this here is the moment I would argue that everything shifted. So this is 10 million views. This song is so fun. But there's so many elements to this that can be analyzed, and it's great to analyze it, but it's just fun to enjoy it as well. If you haven't seen this.
Give me a mug of your finest.
You got it. You know, sighing like that will make even the best nitro fuel taste like regret. So before you drink, we gotta take care of whatever's troubling you.
What can I get for you? A drink? Some snacks? Oh, a little flames! Mocktails, mixers, eyes. The snacks are real nice. Soda, sound mix dry. I'm lit, you can't deny. Wherever you want, wherever you need. So could you never, ever want to leave? Now you can drink.
Bernice passed out on the counter again?
Bet she was up all night chatting with her friends again.
Where was that?
Seriously? All right, lend me a hand. I'll take her home. Watch it. Careful of the troll. Ew, the troll.
So, one of the things I love about this trailer the most is the theories that have come out of it. So I like the trailer, it's fun. I think it's a really cool way of showing a really charming, fun character. So she's the executioner for a group, if I recall correctly. But so that might immediately start cueing you into a thought on this. Right? The dancing monsters? Yeah, the dancing monsters is great. But that's the point that we were coming to with this. There is a theory that everything you see dancing in that is the souls of things that she's fucking cremated. And that's, how batshit insane she actually is. So, if you think about it, basically what we're saying is, TF2 Pyrovision is what's happened here. Right? That's the theory, is that, everything you're seeing, the people dancing, that's them on fire, burning alive. It's all the souls of the people that she's, executed. So, just kind of watch this again with that in mind of everyone you see is dancing. Look at how she looks at them first, and then look at how they are, after the dancing.
You got it.
Because again, she has literally twin flamethrowers as her weapon. You see her
even the
holding
best
them a
nitro
couple
fuel
of times
taste
in
like
the
regret.
trailer.
So before you drink, we gotta take care of whatever's troubling
What can I
you.
get for you? A drink? Some snacks? Oh, a little
Pyro,
flames!
I'm yeah.
Cocktails mixer's eyes. The snacks are real nice. Soda sound mix dry. I'm lit, you can't deny. Wherever you want, wherever you need. So could you never, ever want to leave? Anything that you desire?
So that's the main group there that she's part of.
Huh?
But look, they're all fighting, they're all having problems.
3, 2, 1, fire!
How do I fix it?
Furnace, 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 go, go! Furnace, 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 oh, a little flames! Furnace, 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 go, go! Furnace, furnace, furnace.
So that there should also give you a moment. The dogs are dancing. Everything's dancing. Oh, the audio's broken for some reason. God damn it does not like me like pausing and replaying and shit like that all the time. But yeah, like all of these things.
Now you can drink.
So that's why, like, again, it's trailers like that that are so interesting because while it's Guna Bait and all of these other things, this shows such an interesting and in-depth way of telling a character because we have never actually had this confirmed. We don't know if that's the case or if this is just like a funny video that is like not canonical in a sense. And that's the point. This is the beauty of designing characters like this. And I think that's really fun. Like, these trailers benefit a lot from the ambiguous nature of what they are because you don't know what is actually going on. Because that's the thing. All we know is that what we've seen. Can you tell I overanalyze everything I ever do and watch? I swear to God. I do not chill out with anything I do. But this is an important thing to acknowledge with how, like, advertising has moved to now is multifaceted. Advertising is great. Because I'm going to be honest, I stopped playing Zenless pretty early on. I set myself, like, I think a week or two. I think it was 2 weeks that I would play the game for to like see how it worked, see how mechanically it worked, and kind of get an idea for all that stuff. Bernice came out a lot later. Both Jane and Bernice were characters that almost made me want to come back because of how interesting they were. And that just goes to show the value of these trailers. Right? Like the value of advertising these things, the value of leaking certain information like visuals and all these sorts of stuff about the characters as well. It's all very, very important. And it's very, very interesting. I think you would love ARGs if you're overanalyzing. Probably. But I started playing ZZ last week. ZZZ is really... So Zenless Zone Zero or ZZZ is a really solid game. I highly recommend it to a lot of people. It is taking what Honkai Impact the third or whatever it is now and making the combat a lot more modernized, and it's really solid. To be honest, ZZZ has some of the best and most varied character designs. Yes, 100%. It is a hell of a colorful cast. I love that a lot about these things. It's so, so cool. One of the complaints that I do see with these trailers, by the way, is that this is supposed to be the character demo. Pretty much throughout this, only 1 or 2 times you see something that could be related to her powers. But the most time you don't. With Jane, you do see actually a lot of her combo and her kit in a lot of the combo sequences and the fighting sequences. Which is something that you see as well. It's like they'll sneak in how the kit works. Going back to Sparkle for a moment, how her one went was there was actually almost every single one of her abilities and her attacks and stuff like that was actually in that trailer, but they were pieced apart and separated in lots of different ways, which meant that you just did it because her ult is all of those masks floating around her and then her bringing one of the masks up to her face. But that wasn't all one sequence. That was over several instances that you saw that. When it comes to gacha, I haven't seen I have seen. Yeah, oh no, 100% that is actually the case. I will say, with pretty much certainty, ZZZ for the how long the game's been around and the story and all that for that, I think it is one of the best for characters. Like, the variety, the humor, and all that are just amazing. They've done a phenomenal job with it. The visual style for everything. I genuinely think it is one of the best gacha games to have come out. And yes, you could call me out on like, but you don't play it. You want to know why I don't play it? Because the only gacha game I play is Star Rail, and I can pilot that shit. That shit literally has an auto button. I can press it, go grab, sort out breakfast, come back, press it again, go finish sorting out breakfast, so on and so forth. I can do deck building in the middle of fucking playing Star Rail. Like, that is why I love Star Rail. But you've also got, like, Star Rail. It's a sci-fi one. Here's a character that got introduced not long ago called Rapper. And this is her ult. This is literally her ult animation. Now it's not. It's gone a bit more, but like that goes to show they do just add in the animations. And that's her ult. I'm not even kidding. You go first person. It's actually really cool. You don't move around as much, but the attacks is good. Like, hers as well, her backstory is fucking depressing. And anyone that said, like, they absolutely didn't like her fucking backstory, I hate them. I'm just gonna say this now. Because her backstory is so fucked. Because basically, she was supposed to be a super soldier, and the guy doing the experiments to, like, do it and all that sort of stuff decided to let her read, basically, a manga about ninjas as a way to keep her sane. And because of that, she basically went full ninja style with everything and hides the fact that she is just a thing made to kill, really. And it's her way of, like, keeping the levels of sanity going and everything. It's so, so cool. I love it. But, like, the visuals of that's so interesting as well. Dude, I love these sorts of trailers, man. These trailers have gotten really good. To be fair, yeah, this is a song I have on my playlist. I actually have a bunch of Robin's songs on my playlist because I love her music. Like the music they did for her. But also this one especially. Naruto kept her sane. Not even joking, yes. So that's why she's like... She's basically batshit insane. But she's batshit insane in a way to counteract a lot of things, which actually makes her the only way to stop a certain thing from occurring in the story. because she's basically infected with what's called a mimetic virus, about like the ninjas and all that sort of stuff, which makes her strong. But she's also like, because of that, she's immune to other mimetic viruses. But yeah, this was the trailer for 2.0. This was Star Rail's, like, I would argue this was probably the biggest turning point for Star Rail, outside of a lot of things, because a lot of people didn't like the Xianzhao stuff, the Xianzhao Alliance and the Luofu as much. I did. I enjoyed a lot of it. But this was introducing to Penacony, which is the arc that we've just left behind. We've now on to the next arc of Major Story. And you cannot tell me this is not one of the best trailers ever, especially knowing it has one of the character's ultimates in it before we knew that character was getting another ultimate, if that gives an idea.
To show me your fantasy. No past and no future. That's what I need. The groove takes it over. We'll wait and see. Even I might blank out you and me. I thought that dream could light away. Take me higher, take me away. Whoa, oh, be my savior, take me away. Talk once more, you're hosting a magic show I cannot escape. There's nothing else left for me to do. Going to the other side, other side. I don't wanna be alone tonight. Oh, leave me with your other side. There's no one else left for me to lose. Heading to the other side, other side.
So that is the trailer they did for going into 2.0. Now, what I want to talk about with the ultimate, this bit here, this is the ultimate of the main character that he got from the Syria. That was actually his ultimate. So they snuck the fucking ability in there, the assholes, as a teaser. But yeah, no, that song is just phenomenal. You cannot convince me otherwise that, like, all of that wasn't so cool as well. It's just so cool. It's so, so good. It was a great way to showcase all of the characters and everything. It's so nice. And yes, that was a giant trash can fighting a giant another person at one point. You saw that correctly. I'm still sad that was a bit and not like a big thing. But that was, yeah, that's a perfect example of just, here's advertising for our next major thing. Let's show this off. And it's fucking awesome. Because this was the Penacony, which is the land of the dreams. It's literally a hotel you go to where you go into it and you go basically into the Matrix, except it's like a world designed specifically to be dreams. It's all pretty and glamorous and amazing and gorgeous, and there's totally no dark forces at play or evil things going on or anything like that. No, there would never be something like that. An entire arc later, and almost every player has emotional damage. Specifically because of some of the stuff around... I'd see if I can find her in here again. Yeah, her. Firefly. No insane terrorist roles here. But this character here, Firefly. There was another scene with her in it as well earlier. trying to see if I can find the... Yeah, there it is. There, that's Firefly. Needless to say, the vast majority of the community basically got to that energy of like, I haven't known Firefly for long, but if anything happens to Firefly, I will kill everyone in this room and then myself. Needless to say, the story really tested that theory. um The fact that I'm going to look up Yep, there it is. Firefly gets stabbed. Welcome to a scene that caused enough people to basically go, cool, I'm gonna burn Penacony to the ground.
Sorry.
So yeah, I cannot stress enough to you how much that was just... I'm gonna be real with you. I saw that, and like, I got spoiled for that. I got spoiled for something else as well, so I handled it a bit better. I think I played that on stream, and I basically was like, cool. Everyone's dying. Just show up to stab Firefly, basically. But yeah, no, that sequence was great. I wonder, can I even, would I be able to find, didn't I make a short of it? I might have made a short about it. Let's see if I can find the short. I want to see if I can find the short that I did around that, because I know I think I did a short because I streamed that. No, come on, let me behave, YouTube. It was, yeah, it's great, it's great, it's absolutely great. Playlists. Where would it be under? I have a watch later? Oh, no, I don't have a watch later. It's just a thing. All right, stream highlights. View full playlist. Duh. Because I think it was around the time I was doing like a shitload of stuff. Yeah, this was back when I was doing like several of these shorts at a time. Hello? Are you gonna load more? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to load more, right? 300 something videos in here as well. No music today. Music's turned off at the moment because we've been watching stuff. Okay, can I go to the edit of this then? No, I'll go to the edit inside the studio. But yeah, the music's just paused at the moment. Because we've been watching stuff that's funny. Alright, content. Shorts. Do 50, because it's going to get us there faster. Do I have any that's... Yeah, all of mine are public now. Cool. Wait, was that it there? This wasn't it here, was it? Wait, no, that's not going to get me to where I want. That. Is she good into this boss? Probably not, actually. That's the problem. It's around this time, though. Do I care? There's a very simple answer to that.
YOLO.
I want to see what it does, and I'll kill death if I must. What an out of context quote that is. Goddamn. Yeah, some of these are fucking... Yeah, these are, like, from last year. I don't know why the order is being so weird now. Trying to see... Come on, where is... It's gotta be around here somewhere. A wild berserker, exactly. Yeah, here we go. These are, I think this is around here. Yeah. The fact that one of these is Firefly speed running my depression. Okay, what was this one? I want to see what these ones were. What the fuck did I name this? Oh.
I know you're more sensitive to Memoria.
Oh.
More easily affected by the dreamscape than others. This is also why I have to accompany you. I shall use my methods to relieve you. Don't worry, the companions are safe. I had both of them each give me a trinket before I entered the dream.
Okay, I'm not gonna complain about getting... Yeah? Yeah? No, I'm... Alright, show me these methods, Black Swan. Oh. Methods to relieve me. Alright, I think this is literally the Firefly scene. And my reaction to it. Yep, that is. Oh, yo, it's the fucking Eldritch Abomination again. Oh, shit. So, okay, first thing I have to put forward. First thing we have to just get out of the way. I called it. Second thing, so the joke that I've been seeing going around a lot at the moment, and it's why I kind of knew that this was eventually gonna happen. I'll be honest, that was really fucking sudden. I was not expecting eldritch creature turn up, fucking stab her in the fucking chest, and then just leave. Good old fucking fast food version of depression right there. No, so the joke that's been going around is, yo, anyone wanted to see Otto's fucking origin story? Oh, yo. There we go. Oh, good. Are you more serious now, or is it just the VTuber avatar? What do you mean? Is it was I, like, blank faced or something? But yeah, no, I was very mean around that scene. It's great. I loved it. This is a dream, right?
Look at me. Calm down. Deep breaths. All right?
That was a little, yeah, that was too sudden. God damn, though, like that actually comes in, stab, leave. If you're gonna do that, at least come back so I can kick your fucking ass. Actually, the first boss of this game so far, I want to stress that I genuinely feel like I want to go hunt it down right now. I don't fucking care, I want to kill it. This is a and then I'm just enjoying looking back at some of these. And he's more tired now. I am a little bit more tired right now because of moving. But also I was just super energized at the time for this game. Ooh, do I go full like going villain arc? I'm going, okay, I know this actually doesn't matter, right? Like up till now, my character has very much
but to
been
be fair,
like
this is
nice
still how I
character,
actually
but sarcastic.
move. The VTuber model is a bit too stiff to really show me moving some of the ways I do. But I do over exaggerate a lot of things.
I understand your
God damn, I forgot I chose some really mean options here.
but this isn't the time.
But genuinely, I actually see this as the beginning of the main character's villain arc. Call me cold all you like. I genuinely, that's how I'm seeing this. It's like, I just saw someone I cared about get killed in front of me. I ain't having any of this BS anymore. Bad to pull the fucking baseball bat out. Teach everyone not to steal my shit. But what if I don't want to walk the right path? What if I want to walk the path that's going to cause a lot of damage? Auto be like. Ooh.
That was so, yeah, that's so me. Oh god. What man knowledgeable about Mind Goblin? Mind Goblin what?
Look, a solitary chain. Go say hello to it.
And by hello, she means stab. For you see, she's British.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard hello.
Look.
For you see, she's British. Oh god. You just start talking on top of one of these shorts and completely fuck with our minds? That's true. That's true. It's, yeah. When you know it's coming. Dude, I've known it's coming all the time. I know when it's coming. Oh yeah. Dude, I love some of these old ones. This is actually chuckle. It makes me chuckle so much looking back at some of these.
Why haven't you left?
It's gonna be hard to see, but the text turns red in a second.
Well, share.
I jest. Take it easy. This is indeed your room. I was just passing by. I'm trying to find my own room too, and I heard a commotion here. So I came to take a look. Luckily your door was open, or could have gotten
I believe the red text meant she was
No
lying.
good.
Why is the text in red? It's scaring me. I need an adult. Why is the text a different color? Oh no. It's gonna be bad, isn't it?
Why haven't you left?
But yeah, no, that's always a good thing. No, if you wanted to like have a bit of proof moment though about what I was saying, I'm gonna activate the camera for a moment. And we can have that in the bottom to the side, so I can move it correctly. Double reacting mouth, let's go! You're gonna see how laggy everything is as well in a second. And you also get to see how fucking overly orange I am and how like shit my beard is. Oh my god, it's 2 people reacting now. What are we gonna do? Oh god, the VTuber is dying miserably. Alright. But yeah, no, you get to see that, like, it isn't the fact that I'm not emotive anymore. It is partly because of the model. And it's partly because, like, obviously I have to move to the model a little bit more. But you can kind of see the way I move is still kind of similar. I have to over-exaggerate a lot more with how I actually, like, pronounce my face. That's the one thing you'll actually notice a lot by comparison. Which is always really, really fascinating to me. But yeah, it's a wild thing, right? It's actually funny. Matthew can talk to this. I do not move my face anywhere near as much as I do when I'm streaming like with this as I am in real life. I'm actually a lot like more thing, right? The VTuber moves a lot less. Yeah, it's because it's within a sort of scope, right? Like if I move around, if I'm bopping to the music, this was me bopping to the music, right? So yeah, the movement is a little bit less by comparison. Also keep in mind, there's a bit of awareness. This here, if I'm looking direct forward, this is where my main screen is. This is where my phone and microphone is, and this is where chat is. Right? So I actually have a lot going on with a lot of these sorts of things. So there's a lot of weird things to consider with how I move around and everything. So there's a lot of these sorts of parts I have to consider a lot of it. It's a sock puppet. It is. Like, again, VTubing is got a lot of benefits and a lot of things. This is one thing I would actually wonder if I was to make, if I was to get a model, was to actually work in a lot more of how I move around and see if that could be accommodated for. What's my right? This here is my right hand. So the chat monitor, streaming monitor, is to my right. My main monitor is dead in front of me, and this is in between those, so it's still to the right. This side here is my left. So I'm going to turn to my right, and you can see that the model has turned that way, which is slightly weird. I did notice that when you were when you're reading chat, yeah, like you can actually see very clearly when I go to read chat, right? The VTuber is reversed. I think the camera is mirrored, isn't it? Yeah, no, so the camera's not mirrored. The VTuber is mirrored. Okay, there you go. That makes it really funny, because, yeah, if I turn that way, obviously, me and the VTuber look like we're looking towards each other. And if we turn that way, we're looking like we were looking apart from each other. Just very weird and fascinating. The reasoning behind this, by the way, is why I have it moved this way. Is because this way it looks like I'm looking towards the content on the screen, which is more important, right? Because since that's where I'm going to be looking the vast majority of the time. Dude, can you kiss yourself? Wait. Oh, this is going to be really hard to set up. Wait, I'm going to have to... How'd that look? How'd that look? I want to know. I want to know how that looked. Oh god, that's gonna be so cursed. Oh, I need to make a short out of that. No, wait, where's my book? Fucking someone write down 237. What's the date? It's 27th. And I said, what was that? 230, 237? Cool. That's the time and where we're at during the stream. So I can go look that up later and make a short out of that. But yeah, like this is I've stopped doing the camera obviously now, not for any other reason other than I just enjoy the VTubing, which is always an important thing. And I'll never be like against showing what my face is, right? I can't wait for the short. Oh, I've got to do so many shorts is the problem, right? That's going to be the hardest part about a lot of it. Wait, should I mirror the camera temporarily? Just so this looks a little bit more like a little bit better. I should be able to mirror it. That's the wrong way. Wait a minute. No, that's not it. Is there a way to... There should be a way for me to flip. It in here, no? Configure video. Camera control. It's exposure, that's contrast, that's gamma, gain. We don't want gamma or gain. No, none of that stuff. Perfect to set up for the Spider-Man kiss. Exactly. Spider-Man kiss myself. Finally get have the romantic experience. No, you can't really see it though about the beard, but it's like really rough at the moment is what I was talking about. I need to shave. Like trim it up a bit. Also, my hair is so fucking long at this point. It's a problem. No, I can't find an easy way to mirror this. Unless it's in... Ooh, wait. Ha ha! Now me and the VTuber are looking the same ways! Ha ha ha! There we go. It's gonna be messed up for when I go to do pack openings tomorrow, or not tomorrow, day after, but it'll be fine. I love though that like, yeah, we got into the Firefly getting stabbed thing and we just started watching dumb shit. Watching some old shorts. I want to watch more old shorts, man. Fuck this. We're not fucking doing today seriously. Let's look at some old shorts. What is the oldest short that we have available? It was Holocure was the fucking one that I did. That was an edited one too. That was when I actually like tried to put in a good bit of effort for editing. We won't be able to read the cards you open. Yeah, I'll sort that out later. What were some of my first shorts looking like? It's probably gonna be super low quality. Oh god, you get to see how laggy it is from the camera as well.
So in the recent update of holocure, they added stamps to the primary weapons. Some of these stamps include increasing your attack speed, all sorts, but some of them are a bit more fun, like this, the trumpet stamp, which means that, well... it's just such a fucking almost disappointed like band practice too. Now, after that, we had an idea. What if you took the trumpet stamp and then added it to Bay's weapon and then used her special move? Okay, ready? So, then...
Oh, it's so bad!
So in the recent update of holocure, they added...
So that's what I looked like in February 2023, if you wanted to have a thing to go off. Also, the difference between doing the shorts, we did one in February and then one in December of the same year. This was when I actually decided to start doing shorts properly. And this is when I went to doing one short a day, and then I went to doing 2 shorts a day because I had so many, and then I hated myself. And I stopped doing that. Oh god, me at the bottom. That makes it really hard to show this. You sound British? How fucking dare you?
When you figure out you can do anything, you realize you have no idea what you want to do.
Whoa, this philosophy shit is way too much for me.
Is that really that deep? It's a very basic observation, and then Ryuji's just like, hey yo, that's too deep for me. I don't want to use my brain after all.
Some of Sojiro's coffee.
God damn, these shorts were bad. I'd like to think I've gotten more enjoyable and more interesting since. And become a little bit better at my quality with my shorts. Especially knowing I don't have the fucking camera at the bottom. That was so bad. Because it just gets covered by the fucking title boxing. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I think I fixed that pretty early on, though.
Ryuji win anything? For real? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I hate that character in groups a lot of the time, and storytelling, because it's just... it's so jarring. I'm only here to fuck the shadows, man. I mean...
How stupid.
Have you seen some of these shadows?
Oh no! Oh, that's so cursed. That's so cursed.
You heard what I said.
That's right, Mellow. Double down. When something goes wrong, you double and triple down. You don't back out of this.
That is basically considered the best this one was annoying to
indie
edit, I
game
remember
to have ever been made. And all it consists of is if statements. Like it's a giant, its entire game structure is basically switch statements. Is disgusting. Now, reminder, a switch statement is kind of like what we've got in here. So this is a switch statement. This checks for the state. And this goes through all of these, and I've got some conditions inside of this that it'll handle and all that. That is horrendous. You should never design your game fully like that. However, one of the most successful indie titles, yes, that's correct, Undertale. Undertale did this.
Oh, you can see one of the cats in the back. Oh.
And look at
this
it now.
This is the room I'm in now.
Basically
I'm actually against that corner wall there.
Best indie game to have ever been.
Which is funny. Fun fact, so this is where I'll go like very loosely onto this for a moment. So you can see like I've moved here. So this was like earlier in 2023. These two were from, and then I moved, and then we started having these ones. So this was about the time I was having a lot of shit go wrong for me. So yeah, this is moving was a very, very big deal. At that time, I had a lot of bad things going on in my life. It was very important. Now I'm moving back to where I was before, except now I'm not going to interact with the people that were terrible to me.
I remember I was trying to make 3D stuff with raycasting, struggling loads, took a break, and then by the time we got back to it, they'd already added a 3D engine to Cheat. Yeah. Again, it says, I mean, technically Game Maker is a 3D engine. A lot of people don't realize that. I could make original Doom in it pretty easily if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's actually not hard.
And that's not even a joke. No, it's a 3D engine because if I go to the game room, right, there's the concept of depth. So something slightly closer to the screen, which it may not seem that. So it's basically like a stack of paper.
You're
right?
terrible at explaining this.
Think of it as a stack of paper. You might not think a stack of paper is 3D until you actually like look at it at the side, and yes, it's stacked up. There's multiple things. But when you're looking down
I mean,
at
it's
it,
it's a good example. It's a terrible explanation.
Remember, I was trying to make 3D stuff with raycasting, struggling a lot.
Yes, I am going to comment on myself and call myself out for like terrible explanations, because I still do terrible explanations. I try and do my best. I have a fucking degree in education and I'm still a terrible teacher. It's annoying. Pisses me off. SCP. What was this one? You're 1% better than Old Malith. Yeah, at least something going over it. I've got more hair now. That's one thing. I have a lot longer of hair than he did.
Immediately they would know, it's like, oh, these are weeping angels. It's like, oh, they're called SCPs just because of legal reasons. SCP-177013. There you go. Go with what you guys put in. Is that an actual SCP? I don't know. Oh, that's not the Yost. Clicked. That's not what I think it is it, Yost? Ah, it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, no, I recognize it now. I didn't realize. Oh, okay. Nobody look that up, please. God fucking damn it.
Do not look up that code.
You pure soul. No, sadly enough, because I know what it is now, that I've clicked to what it was, yeah. Immediately they would know, it's like, oh, these are weeping angels.
Old Mallo's trying to backpedal, realizing he's just admitted to knowing something he shouldn't. I'm going to ask, very loosely, do any of you know what that code may have been? If you're in the memes community for anime and hentai, you will know what that code is.
What's the number? 177. I can't remember the full number off the top of my head. It was 177001, I think it was, off the top of my head. Short answer is don't look it up. I'm going to say this now. To anyone that does know it, congratulations, you're a degenerate. I have read that and I hate myself. All I will say is metamorphosis, and you'll know from that if you needed confirmation. And then that's all you're getting. Do not look it up. Don't look it up. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Some things don't need to be known. Some things can be left gone. Don't know my dad.
Akiyama? Is this you?
God, I miss playing the Yakuza franchise.
Akiyama ka?
キルさん。
久しぶりだな。
いや、まあどうぞ座ってください。見ての通り大したお構いはできませんけど。
Homeless Akiyama, let's go.
探したぜ。
My boy's still hot though.
Akiyama will never stop being hot. Akiyama will always be hot. You cannot convince me otherwise. Oh god, I remember this joke. That's what I actually still think is very funny.
あれだ。うん。事故に遭った時、車が突っ込んでくるのを見たはるかが、自分のことはお構いなしに体を張って守ったものがある。何？何
？Ah, shit. And I've not got enough money for alimony.
God damn it. So dumb. God damn. I'm not gonna explain that joke to anyone that doesn't understand it. It's a dumb joke, but it's still one that makes me chuckle.
Dumbass muggers.
マジかよ。この親父。
Because he's a literal demigod. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Kiryu Kazuma's not exactly a person.
What the fuck? Where's this Final Fantasy boss looking motherfucker over here?
Justice no.
Oh my. Yeah, he's straight up from Final Fantasy. Okay.
Dude. The best part is, by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, so I've got certain mannerisms I do that don't come up on the VTubing anymore, like stroking my beard or playing with my beard in general. I used to do that all the time still back then. So I still do that. I just probably do it more now because you don't see it. So you'll see me doing it constantly. It's actually kind of funny. Let's skip ahead around. I think we've seen enough of the original early ones. Let's see what a bit further along looks like. I'm curious. Oh god, that's so... Can I miss Persona?
Damn, full magical girl transformation. I forgot about this. Power of the moon, I shall punish you. by any of y'all that say that it's not best girl, I will fight.
Accept this contract.
It is a war I'm willing to fight.
Yes. Well done, Malith. Your opinion hasn't changed at all. My little trash friend. What is this one? I'm just curious now looking at some of these old ones, because I've not got much longer I can even stream for.
Hey, you little buddy.
Oh, it's these dudes! Oh, I forgot about them. I can never truly forget about them. They come up constantly. I still am waiting for them to sell these as, like, cushions.
Oh. That can't be good.
It's a little trash boy! Also, I'd figured out to put it at the top now, finally. Oh my god, I didn't realize I had that much of a reaction at the time. Holy shit.
God fucking damn it.
Malith, if you're smart,
It's
now
the best one.
This is the time you'd make that joke if that's the cutest fucking thing you've ever seen. My god, that's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen.
It's the Stele one. It's good. It's cute.
God damn it. Face is a cutest overload. It was cute as fuck, though. You cannot stop that from being cute. Dude, Spider-Man was so good for shorts, because I could just, like, make shorts of Spider-Man talking. That was one of the best parts of the Spider-Man stuff. Like, genuinely. I kind of miss that. It was, like, free shorts being able to be made from just, like, nothing. God damn it. Load, you piece of shit. There you go.
From his elevated position, Spider-Cop survived his destination. A second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No! Of course not! The Chief never did understand Spider-Cop. Thought he was a loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
Oh, Spider-Cop.
Spider-Cop.
From his elevated position.
You can see I've changed so much since, when was that? Spider-Cop was January last year. Yeah, I've changed so much in about a year's time. My worst one-liner. Is this the one I think it is? This was like one of the worst jokes I made for a long time, and now I just make these constantly.
Surprised no one has tripped yet. True. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of paper cuts. Like, this has gotta actually be like a health hazard.
It appears both the Sai-san of the real world and that of this world are at their wits' end.
I think our guests will be leaving now.
Damn, just because we played by your rules and actually succeeded.
Black suit.
Things would have been so much simpler if we could do this from the start.
I mean, yeah. It's a clock. Oh no.
Let's go.
But I can't tell what the time is. Okay, that may have been one of my shittiest one-liners I've ever done. It's time to die.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. But I can't tell what the time is. Oh, dude, I loved playing Lethal Company with friends. That was a great time. This is, I think, some of the shorts from that. This is me and Eternal, I think it was.
Like, absolutely nothing. This is such a boring planet. God damn it, Neko. Why'd you take us to such a shithole?
I don't know. Well, because I'm a Beyond chief, everything was either flooded, stormy, or eclipsed, and this one was raining, so this is best choice.
There's a landmine there.
I was so tempted to do it myself. God damn it.
I was close there.
Like,
yeah, literally, so what was about to happen there was if he didn't walk over that mine, I was gonna walk over that mine, and that was the worst part about that moment, is I'm just like, son of a bitch, we had the same fucking thought. You just moved faster. Dude, I want to do more content like this. I really do want to do more group content. I just need to set up a group.
What is Yui doing?
I do miss this.
I have no clue. Kinda have a feeling she's about to die, though.
Oh, yeah. Yo, what'd that mouth do, though?
Acupuncture.
Yeah, I mean, I can't dispute such a practical business sense. Gotta fucking imagine you go in for acupuncture and then just like, the dude's like, okay, lie down, and just opens their mouth.
My dog shall help.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's like, my dog will help, and you kind of like turn your head slightly to the side and you see
don't
that.
bite.
He don't bite. Fuck off, bro. What is Yui doing?
Don't bite. He don't bite. He bite. I should also mention, I think this was modded. I didn't know what the mods were. I was just told to install.
No! Oh, well, this is unfortunate.
You know what else is unfortunate? The last one alive.
No, Eternal's fucking dying.
Fuck you, I won't kill it.
I forgot. Eternal fell off the cliffside. So he was just drowning. Oh, that's so good.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah,
Man, I miss Eternal. He was fucking hysterical. Fucking goddamn.
I believe in you, Eternal.
Oh no!
You're like Shiva.
I can't! I fucking can't! The moment I said it, thing drops.
I believe in you, Eternal.
Oh my god. Are you aware of the new stuff they added to Lethal Company? I'm aware of some, not all. I know there's a lot that got added, and it's insane. I haven't caught up with a lot of the things. I'm fairly behind on a fair few things. I do need to catch up. We're probably only going to go for another like 10-20 minutes, by the way, so I'm just going to watch more shorts at this point. Oh, this one's a great one. I think I literally peek out my mic during the short. Like, I had to edit so much of it away because I peek so often. Because that's the Weeping Angel type enemy. And there's a problem. Behind me is the door out.
Help? I found me. Would you accept cat? It doesn't want to accept the cat. The door's behind me.
So yeah, that was a stressful as hell situation I was in. Where it's just like, in front of me, weeping angel. Behind me, door. I need to turn to look at the door, and then we're fine. Sadly enough, that is a hell of an ask, as you may be able to tell. That's fucking great. There's no reason for us to come here. No, no, Turtle, no, no. This is so good. I don't want to watch you die again. Oh god. So Turtle's now standing on the landmine. Once he leaves it, what have you done? It will explode, and we will both die. What have you done? You maniac. And so we're now doing a mode. Oh, yes. The most important.
Yes.
Assert your dominance, and surely it will work out. Yep. This
dinner plate cannot find me.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, even better.
Oh my god. No, you know what's better? Oh my... Oh, that's the teleporter. There's no reason for us to come here. So Turtle got out, I did not. That, the moment that started happening, I wrote down the time because I knew only from that point onwards it would be worthwhile to try and get a short out of it. I knew it was going to be good.
Welcome to the game show. My favorite picador. Picador.
Oh god.
One of them is fake. Take care of me.
I risked it for the biscuit. Jeez,
Picador, any door. Will you be lucky? Will you be dead? Yeah.
Well, I picked poorly.
Come on, teleporter.
God damn it. Motherfucker.
Thanks, buddy. Come in here.
God damn it. Does parkour. What was me doing parkour? Oh, I remember this. This is great. I find myself in a predicament. Because that's a landmine and that's my only exit. Hardcore parkour? Yeah, I can do hardcore parkour. Let's go. Woo! I in fact cannot do parkour. I in fact cannot do parkour. I was... Yeah. God damn it. Oh. Oh. In the distance is one of those giant tree dudes that eat you, pick you up and eat you. Oh no. You see it then.
Come on, you weak, 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 come on, you weak.
He's hoping he's gonna get teleported.
Hi.
Oh my god! He teleported in its mouth. Actual frame perfect teleport. It was so good. I'm again. This stream was a
Sure, it's
treasure to me.
perfectly normal. Supposed to do that.
Yeah, they're fucking rubber, not metal.
Yeah. Yay! Come on. If it was metal, we'd have sold it. Sure, it's perfectly normal.
Some of these mods, man. Manly Scream. Which one was this one? I know I had some heart issues after the stream.
I'm here.
Where are you at?
Oh, there one.
Where's here? What?
Near the entrance, and I think I just met Freddy Fazbear.
He's out, where are you?
So it was a bracket.
Where are you at?
I just like turned up right in front of me. Very manly screen. Got what he deserved. Got what he deserved. What? Nice. Well done. Got what he deserved.
Wait, who died?
No idea.
I don't think it was you.
Your hard work is invaluable to the company.
Well, nothing of value was lost then if it was just yours.
I mean, he was spamming the button. He got what he deserved.
Why is Joost in the camera getting head?
wait. What the fuck? What? Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe getting taken by that creature ain't such a bad thing, you know?
Yeah, hold up. I'll be right back.
So who died?
Good times, good times. Alright. But yeah, I'll catch you later, Matthew. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be going for much longer today. Today's going to be a very short stream because I have to get ready for a viewing.
This is nice. Can you go away? Go away.
Oh no,
Go
Eternal's
away.
dead. Eternal's
Go
so
away.
fucking dead.
Go away. Go away. Oh, Red Girl, no, Red Girl.
Middle of everything, bro.
I hate it here.
My poor fucking man.
I hear fucking Skinwalker go, it's not a hamburger.
It's...
Where's the damn door?
It's not a hamburger, see, Nico? Even the game is
Even
saying
the
it.
game is disagreeing with you now. There's no hamburger.
It's no hamburger.
I almost fucked off that.
Yeah, no, only stupid people would walk off that.
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, right.
Oh, this is mine.
God, I loved how bad some of these were. It was so much fun. Epic Showdown. Is this the one I think it is? We're like... Wait, is this what I think it is?
Yeah.
He's gonna shoot.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh.
He's reloading. He's reloading.
Wait, did someone get collateraled?
Who did? Oh my lord.
Yeah, fuck the turtle.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think someone got collateral hit by, like, the dodging there. That was what happened. God, there was so many shorts I made out of this. There's a temptation to make, like, a full edited video, but it was just not feasible at the time. I just still can't have, I don't have as good setup for doing big
I call
videos.
this one the Cyclone.
Ah, yes, the most important thing about this playthrough. The fucking pan around and see what's on the side.
Take your meds. Which leads to, like, all sorts of dumb shit fucking signs that were written. led on to so many signs.
That's the problem. Grandpa can throw it down. Dude, I'm never too old to throw it down.
You have no idea. Grandpa can always throw it down. I love how my dance moves haven't changed yet. Like, not at all.
What the fuck you mean?
Yep. Yep.
Oh my god. That's the problem.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. You need to forget.
I'm fucking blind. I can't even see this with my glass. Anyway.
Oh damn it, Yui.
God damn it. I fucking hate Zoomers, man. The fucking Among Us memes. They need to die. To be fair, Among Us has got,
Your age from across the floor.
Raw X3 nuzzles pounces on you. Ooh, so. Aw, I was gonna read it out.
Why?
It's not even the first time I've done it for stream, I'll have you know.
That's not even a joke. I have actually read that whole thing out multiple times in different voices. Do not test me. I have no shame.
Oh.
That's right. I was working on it. That landmine.
What the fuck's making that noise?
Important later.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see jack shit, eh?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nothing there.
Now you can be horny on me.
God fucking.
Oh, you big fucker.
Oh.
He's out.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, cover your face, you're ugly. Oh, what are you? Oh,
well, this is unfortunate. I'm taking you with me, bitch!
Yep. I saw I was dead. I might as well try and take it with me. Oh, God. Okay, this will be the last one of these that I show, I think. I'm gonna wrap it up after this one, because this one was just a charm. I remember this one. This one was great. This is, again, another example of how Eternal should honestly go be a streamer himself. He's so fucking funny. He's got such a good sense of humor. Man, I miss hanging out with him. Well, the last time I talked to him, it was about fucking Star Rail, actually. Oh.
He did teleport while we were loading, so it didn't fucking render.
Aww.
Nigga, you suck.
Yeah, fuck you, nigga.
Then you get lost in the fog. We're going on an adventure.
I'm just gonna follow it too.
Don't come here! Don't come here! Don't come here! Don't come here! This is an adventure! This is a fucking lake!
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I think we thought we were still on the previous map, so we don't forward into a cliff.
fucking idiots.
Well, Eternal death.
Thanks for the content, Eternal. Oh, fuck me. That's so funny. Oh, God, I love that. So good. So good. In case you ever wanted an example of people that are actually funny that aren't me. Again, this channel has had funny people on it. It's never had me on it. It'd be funny, though. That's the problem. I need to fix that. I need to be funny one day. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, though. I don't know if I can learn how to be funny. Whatever will I do? All I can do is funny voices. I can't be funny myself. That's the problem. Here you see, I can be funny all I like, but it's never going to be good. But you'll never know what I will pull out of my pocket. Fair what I have available. Yeah, I want to get back into doing a lot more shorts-related content. I keep talking about it, but I'm hoping that once I move, we're gonna have a better opportunity for a lot of that. Be it like, I don't know, I'll figure something out. I think once I've moved, I've got a lot of things that are gonna have to change about how my life works, and it will be a good opportunity to jig up a bit of my time scheduling. So that will be quite interesting to see how that impacts it. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna have to finish up for today here. So I'm just gonna deactivate this. And there we go. Camera's gone. Alright, it's just me. We didn't do much in the way of game dev today. Again, I don't expect to be getting a lot of work done at the ends of me being here. Is what it is. You did get to see a little fun thing of having my face there as well and having a comparison point, which is always a good time. I think it's actually quite fascinating to compare that from time to time. I think I should do that, like... I want to do co-op streams with myself more. That'd be funny, I think. But yeah, no, aside from all of that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You're awesome, stay awesome, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.